Hello and welcome to another episode for the Unfit Crew. God, it's been so long, right? It's been so long since we recorded anything. We had a lot of issues, not because of like our end of not able to kind of just like don't want to work with anybody or anything. It's just more of like personal life matters of like I have an assignment to do. Jacollo maybe had something else. Like you know what I mean? It's just everyone have his own thing, and we kind of had a little bit of a problem in that department. But we found a way to maybe do it like now to record some sessions in a row. We'll see how that will go, so you will have a little bit more content to maybe listen to, because I know the channel was a little bit dry, so sorry about that for the most part. But anybody else has anything to say before we'll begin?
Nope.
Then if that is the case, let us now jump right into our world once again with episode 18 of the story, or should I say chapter 18. So in the last session, the crew, outside of Bobby specifically, have basically these weird dreams that they kind of share together. It was a little bit of a weird experience to them because the dreams were a little bit weird, and they found out that later it was kind of more invasions of their minds. Basically, the demon goddess or their friends, Evers, has basically saved them in like after a while, after they kind of just been in the dreams together for a little bit, and she just explained them that they were kind of mentally attacked, and the only one that was safe from that was Bobby because of his particular beetle that he has. Now, the crew kind of just didn't really know how to deal with it, but, they kind of just decided to wake up their day and basically go on with their lives to just basically nothing really happens. It was a dream. Maybe next time they will try to be more careful. There's really nothing they could have done to prevent this. So, is there anything else that I'm forgetting about this? Because I think I'm forgetting something.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was the last session, yes.
There was the little part at the end, but that's for anybody who didn't watch. That's your problem if you didn't watch the epilogue of this. But that's your problem. Anyway, the group woke up, and they're starting to prepare for the day, and that's where we ended the session last time. So, now we're going to jump right into the story as you guys basically prepare to start your day. So, I need all of you to roll for me an intelligence. I think that's an intelligence check to basically determine something. All of you need to roll an intelligence check. That's a 10. That's a 4. Very oblivious.
That's perfect.
Hang on.
I guess I'll just stay in bed.
That's not what that means, but sure. Oh, also one thing that I forgot to mention. I will mention it, we'll get to it actually in the game itself, so people will understand. 17. Overall 17, or with your intelligence, how much that is?
I don't have a bonus to intel.
So, let's say it like this. K-Bolt, you basically just doing everything you do normally, doesn't really pay attention to anything. You maybe even a little bit half asleep. In the case of Gorknak, you basically just start counting the heads of people and you think that somebody is missing, but you don't know who. And the only one who can pay attention to this is apparently Mundane, which is... Where's Bobby? Bobby's gone.
I mean... Okay. He's disappeared. That's a bit strange.
Especially
Who's disappeared?
Especially, I'm just going to mention that before you continue, that he's the last guy that you remember that was supposed to be on guard duty, on watch guard duty, and apparently you all were asleep, and he wasn't the last shift, and he was supposed to wake somebody up, and he just disappeared.
Extra peculiar.
Wait, what's peculiar?
The guy that's gone.
Who's gone?
Who?
You think I remember names around here? It's the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Whose name? Give me an example of something you forgot.
The guy's name. That's an example of something I forgot.
Roll a wisdom
Who's the guy?
check, I guess. Or is it an intelligence or wisdom?
What's the name of the guy you forgot?
But
You can describe him.
no, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
I forget
what's-
the name?
Name, though. Like, you forgot it, but what's his name?
I said it a second ago. It's one of your companions.
Yeah, it's the guy that's supposed to be here but isn't.
And
There's someone
speaking of
who's
that,
supposed to be here?
just for
Mando,
the-
are we missing anybody?
yes, you know that you're missing someone. You just don't remember who exactly. You have a little bit of a hard time remembering that.
You see, I remember who we're missing, but I don't remember their name.
Like I said, roll.
Okay, so
is it-
I'm here. The very intelligent guy is here as well. Air guy. Where's Bobby?
Thank
Wait,
you.
who's Bobby? I forgot.
The guy with the sword.
Speaking
Oh, yeah.
of which, just out of characters for a second, for anybody who don't know, rank up is not really available for us right now, which I forgot to say at the start. He will be from time to time, but we have to find a way to kind of just make him part of the story while not also kind of just using him as character for no good reason. So I found a very interesting way, as you will see, to write him into the story outside of the story. Just a heads up for anybody who don't really understand that one part. Continue on, sorry.
So, Bob?
Yeah. Why is he missing?
Okay, none of us seem to know why he's missing.
Yeah, it's very strange. He's just gone.
But we really shouldn't dwell.
Gorgonak approaches Eldritch. Do you know anything about it?
About what? He really just kind of just woke up himself. He just doesn't really know about what you're talking about. About what?
I slap him.
Okay, sure. You just
Bobby's missing.
Oh, your sword
About it.
Your sword friend, you say?
Yes.
No, I went to sleep, I guess, or whatever I do right now, and no. I don't know.
I slap him again. I don't believe him.
You can roll, what is it called again? I forgot the word for that. That you know if somebody's lying. I forgot the skill for that. I forgot the name for that.
Insight?
Insight, right. You can roll insight. After you slap him as well. He doesn't really know. At all. He's literally doesn't know. Like, I would say this. He might have some idea, maybe, because of, like, what he told you before. But he doesn't know if that happened, what happened to him exactly. Like, he doesn't know. He's not lying that he telling you, like, I don't know. He doesn't really know. He maybe have an idea who took him, but he doesn't really know. Or, like, what exactly happened to him. Maybe. And that's a very wild guess on his part.
Okay, then I don't know who might have looking. Hey, wolf spirit guy, are you around?
Right now, he's not around, actually. So your friend is not here around. Anyone want to roll maybe investigation something? I don't know. We will find something.
Okay. So I'm gonna investigate.
That's a 10. A 10. Well,
He's not here.
It's taking you a very, very long time to maybe piece it together, but you don't find drag marks or anything specifically like that. You actually find some very, very, very faint footprints there, just like after a few steps just disappeared. Like you see that he walked out of here either by his own will or something else. He wasn't struggling to just like taken or something. He just walked out of here and you don't know why.
That's weird. So he walked away. The fucker ditched us!
I mean, if that's what helped you believe that, then sure. Go with it.
Just after I learned his name, too. How rude.
I walked through a mountain with this guy!
Yes.
Yeah,
Barely know him.
Yes, you did.
exactly. So, what now?
Can't remember. That dream took it out of me. What do we... thing?
Want to get some coffee or something?
What's coffee?
I don't think coffee exists in this universe. Then again, maybe Roy kind of have coffee? In a
I don't
different
know,
kind of
God,
form?
tell us.
Want to get some really hot water?
And put some dirty beans in it. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I want anybody else that is not Cable to roll intelligence to understand what the hell he's talking about.
I have to roll intelligence?
Not you, everybody else.
Okay.
Okay. And as for Mundane, we'll see in a second. Yeah, Mundane doesn't know.
What?
Mundane doesn't believe coffee exists. He doesn't know that thing. Coffee doesn't exist. Druid doesn't know about that. It doesn't exist in Druid culture, therefore it's not a real plant.
Can I roll persuasion to make him
No.
believe that it exists?
No, it's a nat one. No. Mundane doesn't believe in coffee. As for Gorgnak, you know about something like that. It's mostly sound for you like his Cabolt's weird ways to describe some of your other materials that kind of have the same name, which we'll call them Focky. Same thing, just different words. It's the same thing, just a word that just backwards.
Yeah, I heard about those. They smell like shit. And that's about the projection for Gornak and my boss.
As for what you were doing, as what you were doing, say Eldritch, we were planning to maybe do something with the village itself. That's what we were doing, I think, last time. As I remember.
Oh yeah, the one that we got fortified as well.
And forgive me if I'm not getting his accent 100% perfectly because it's been a while. So.
Okay, guys. Let's get rolling. We're gonna find Bobby, punch him. We're gonna find Bobby, punch him in the face for ditching us, and then punch him some more. Maybe we'll make him listen to Cable's very intelligent ideas. But now we have a village to plunder and kind of destroy because we had the because they're demons and such over there.
So I want to go over it again because I want to understand, because we didn't really have to talk about it that much last time. What is your plan exactly? What is the idea of what you're trying to do? And anybody can add for the plan itself as we go along, by the way, if you have something to add. So, Arcana, go ahead.
I've got no clue, man. I've forgotten.
God, it's been that long?
Yeah.
What about you, Cable? Do you remember? Or not?
Remember what?
Do you remember the plan?
Yes.
Alright. Well, there's your answer.
Yes. As for you, Gorgnak, do you remember?
From what I, as the player, remember...
I
or
will
what I've
allow you
been
this time
writing-
as players because it's not fair, it's been a while.
What I'm thinking right now is that we agreed to sneak up on them with the kobolds attacking them from one side as we sneak up the other way or something like that. Can't really remember. It's been a while, just like you said.
I think from what I remember, at least I remember because this time I will allow it because, like I said, it's been a while and every time it will be too much of a while, I think that will be fair. From what I remember, the idea was that you guys are going to investigate the village a little bit more, maybe trying to talk with the people that Eldritch knows to kind of just like, maybe take them out of the village and then just destroy this godforsaken demon place that the wolf guy or the wolf spirit is just going to destroy afterwards. So we're just going to try to get people out of it as soon as possible or deal with the demon threat before he sent his gnolls to destroy the village. And that's where you can deal with that. I think that was the point, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Evacuate everyone that's important to Eldritch and kill the rest.
And people, yes. So, try to evacuate as much innocent people as you can, basically. Or deal with the demon threat as a whole. Anyway, let us continue. What are you guys going to do?
I guess we should start heading on over there then?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, Eldritch, put on your dwarven skin so you're not a robot or whatever you are on the outside, so they don't know that we know.
I would like that, he says. I would like that. And he's just putting his skin back and it's like, get in there. It's like it's taking a few minutes and then he just joins you. As you leave...
That's a sight I don't want to see anymore before me.
As you leave the particular grove or whatever this place is, you basically hear the wolf spirit says you have till tomorrow. I think that's the count of the days that I remember, or that's already the third day. Is it the third day already? Hold up, just let me think. The day that you arrived was day number 1, technically. Yeah, this is the third day, so you have till the evening today to deal with everything. Or maybe it's
This might prove difficult.
I think it was an extra day, but I'm not sure. It's just really, really hard for me to remember. So it was... Okay. So it was the day that you arrived, right, was the first kind of like doesn't count day, like the first night that doesn't count. Then you had an extra day, like extra 2 days to deal with the Noel camps, which you dealt with one of them yesterday, and then you arrived here, and even though it's like you kind of ruined his plans, so he basically just going to attack with less amount of gnolls, whatever for him. And he's just basically, if this is the third day, so yeah, this is correct. Although, I think he will give you an extra half a day because of the fact that you ruined one of his camps. So until tomorrow, midday or a morning, I guess. Till tomorrow morning, you have time.
Okay, see you at dawn.
24 hours. Okay, so you guys are marking it out of the forest. Now, I'm not going to get deeper into the forest because you're going to make your way back because it wasn't really far of a way to go from this village. It was like, I guess, 4 hours overall without counting all the fighting fluff and all that stuff that we had with the Knoll camp and the entire things that you did before it. So let's say you're going to arrive at the camp at early noon, or should I say at the very, very early noon, just end of morning, basically. You arrive at the village back again. And as you arrive, everything looks like it's normal. Like, the other guard that was on the gates just welcomes you and just takes you into the village itself. And he just asks, so how does your expedition goes?
As you can see, not too good.
What do you mean? He just looks at all of you.
How are your math skills?
What? I seriously didn't hear that.
How are your math skills, my dear friend?
And he looks, oh, I'm sorry.
So am I.
So you want me to take you to the village chief, or do you want to, or mayor, should I say, or do you want to, go on your way right now? Because that's fine either way. Not that I'm trying to press you or anything.
I'd like to... I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I would like to see our Arachne friend.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. She's been doing some creations of webs in her little apartment that we gave her for a little bit while. And you kind of just point to a little bit of what looks to be a good condition, simple house for this village. It's kind of a little bit on the on a little hill there.
Yeah, so we're gonna go there.
Yeah, sure. Have a good day.
Please give us a moment.
Sure thing, he says, as you four are going in. You basically arrived to the door. In front of you, like I said, a very, very simple house. I'm pretty sure one of you knocks on the door, and you hear a little bit of a thud on the floor, kind of like a very small tap on the floor, and the door opens, and you see a very, very, very tired Janelli, very tired. And she looks like she lost even some weight.
Well then, I suppose we go on in?
Yep.
Can we come in?
Sure thing, she says, with like a very tired smile. As you close the door behind you, Mandel is just waddling along to Gorgnek and Bobby, and kind of giving not Bobby, Cable, sorry, and give a little bit of a nod to Mundane, and just do quack, and just sit there, or stand there, I guess.
I pet him.
Of course you do.
By the
So,
way...
Janelli.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Janelli, how's the work going?
Well, she points behind her, and you see what looks like to be, I guess, two very, very big cocoons of webbing. And she kind of like, oh, very tiring. How is it going on your end?
So, we have some bad news and some very bad news.
Okay.
Which one do you want to hear first?
Eldritch kind of like looks around you, and he kind of trying to tell you something with his fingers. Is like he kind of like trying to sign to you something. Roll, I guess, an intelligence for that one. Any of you, if you want. 9. If any of you want. Okay, good on Mundane and good on Cable. They kind of just picked up that he wants you to take pen and paper, or should I say like what it called? I forgot. Pen plume or whatever that's called. I forgot a quill. I forgot the word for that. I don't know why. And take like a little bit of piece of paper to write something down instead, because he kind of like points on his mouth and he just says, like point on his mouth and point on his ears, and he just like, they're probably listening or something like that. That's a little what he's trying to sign to you.
Jacollo. It sounds like he's trying to sign by telling us he's trying to listen to us.
But if you just said that out loud, then that means they just heard what you just said.
Oh no, it was a joke. I was joking.
Okay, out of character, guys. We're doing the Death Note clip from the latest seasons. We did talk about one thing and write on the paper other stuff. We're doing this now.
Exactly.
So, should we get some, coffee?
Sure thing.
Why would you want coffee? It's already afternoon. You don't want any caffeine in
And he
you.
kind of like, are you trying to symbol him something?
I'm writing down stuff on paper.
Oh, okay, sure. And you can say that as like, what you write down as you go along, and just like say in quotations or something, so we'll understand that like you mean what you're writing on paper.
Yes. Writing the thing that I think the guy's trying to signal to us.
So, how are your little Knoll killing, I guess, went? She asks, as she looks at you all, kind of like, don't really understand, but she kind of picks up really, really quickly that you just want to write things down for some reason, and she kind of roll with it, but she's like, how did your Knoll thing gone?
I start drawing a llama to, kind of make sure that she doesn't get too suspicious or something.
I mean, she's on your side.
I mean, yeah, but still, I don't want her to know about it.
Okay, sure.
But we went over just to talk about this.
No, she doesn't need to know.
Sure.
I'll just keep drawing this llama.
Your companion doesn't need to know because she might be evil, even though she's not, and she's on your side. Go figure, Cabled. And she kind of like looks at the both of you, Mundane and Gorgnak, like, how'd everything go?
Well,
Okay, so I think I'm gonna. Okay, go on.
that's for sure.
Hello? You can talk. Okay. Anybody still alive, or am I here alone?
It's just really quiet for some reason.
You were
I
about
stopped.
to say something, I think. That's why everybody just stopped talking.
Well, I said there's one less of us, and then that was it.
And she kind of like, look, yeah, what's happened exactly? Did he... And she kind of like doing like a very tired on her neck, or he just,
Well, you see, he's no longer with us.
So you mean that in the deaf kind of way, or...
Yeah, he's dead.
She kind of like ignores you, kind of like mute you in her head, and just like kind of like look at Mundane again. Is he dead or other thing?
So, okay. Well, sort of, mostly, probably.
Can I roll persuasion to make her think he's dead?
Sure, you can try. 17, let's see. You persuade her that he's dead. You were able to. She's kind of like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Let's go. Got him.
He's no longer with us.
So that's a little bit of unfortunate.
It is. Very unfortunate. We are very sad.
Much tears.
We are crying inside.
Was there anything else that kind of happened? Or that's it? You killed some gnolls, he died, and that's it?
But we also have this nice duck. We have this duck here.
What? I don't understand. What do you mean?
We just have this duck that we could pet.
Okay, sure. So you kind of like look at jacollo and Mundane if there anything that you want to say. Like, I'm going to ask you right now, is there anything that you want to tell her truly, or like you guys just decide to keep her in the dark for now?
Keep her in the dark where most spiders belong.
Fair enough.
Well, she might be a...
She might be what? She might be what? I didn't hear that.
She might get a bit suspicious once we start killing the populace.
Not to mention, I'm just going to say this right now, she just don't really going to understand what you're doing, and it doesn't really going to give you anything, because if she's on your side, and she is, like, what's the point of hiding anything from her? You at the very least can give her something. So if you don't want to talk about it and you're not sure if, like, it's a smart thing because of, the demon slash devil thing, you can at least give her hints or something that you'll understand that she can do something, because if she will not, then it's like, it might going to give you one less firepower to deal with, and she can help you. I'm just going to say this right now. I think you guys don't really understand that. She's still here to help you.
Perfectly. I understand it perfectly. I'm not telling her a thing.
Fair enough. Why? I'm pretty interested to know why.
Do I need a reason?
I want to know just for me,
well,
not for her.
I agree with him. And you see, the reason is because society expects us as people to behave a certain way, but we don't have to behave that
I
way.
think
And by doing so,
I
we are
understand what's the
subverting the
reason.
expectations of strict society.
I think I know what's the reason. I think it's a pretty simple one. You're not sure if she kind of like, if she is working to the bad guys and they got to her or something, so you're not sure about that. I think that makes sense.
That's not my
No,
reason. All right.
not really.
So you're just being assholes as always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That might going to cost you later, but fair enough. So, I'm just going to make it 100% sure that's the unanimous decision of the group. Not to tell her anything at all.
Yeah, let's roll with it.
Sure, let's go with that. Anyway, Eldritch kind of like now looks at you. It's kind of like, in a way of like, why not? But he just rolled with it. And, she kind of just looks at you. Well, anyway, I don't know how you guys handling it, but I'm going to go to sleep now a little bit, if you don't mind. If you need anything, just tell me.
Alright. Sweet dreams.
And she just basically pull herself up on the ceiling. And sleeps on the ceiling. Because she's a spider. That's the joke. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. She just sleeps on a little bit on the ceiling on a little bit of a web there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What are you going to do now?
So, yeah, what did we come here to do again?
Let's take us to whoever is important. To do you know what.
So Eldritch kind of like looks at you all and is like, so do you want to go meet the people, my friends and family? Do you want to go meet them or anything? Kind of like looks at you all. Kind of just giving you, the nod to exactly what you were talking about before.
Yes, you are very helpful and we would like to meet everyone. To give them our thanks.
And you kind of like, you open the door, you close it behind you, and just like any good dwarf, he takes you to the nearest bar.
Understandable.
And this bar is known... Well, it doesn't really have a name. It's a village bar with, not very, very known. It's only for the village, and nobody really comes this part, so it's not really even have the luxury of having a name. It just... The village name's bar. That's what it is. And... He just, bring you into the bar itself. The bar is... really not the best looking. It looks to you that it's either seen better days or it's never really been good to begin with. The floor have a lot of small cracks in it, and you can hear yourself walking on it. There is basically almost no the bar itself is very small. You have about, I guess, 5 tables tops, and 3 of them are already full. And the place doesn't really look that great. There is a very, very... It doesn't even look like it have its own, really big kitchen. It looks like everything is down in front of everybody else, a very small in front of everybody's kitchen kind of a thing. like you have in some TV shows that you have like in front kitchen that everybody can see what you're cooking, kind of a thing. And what looks like to be at maximum 5 kegs of different kinds of ale or wine or whatever. 100% that's it. And standing on the bar itself is basically what looks like to be a very old dwarven lady. So what are you guys doing?
Ooh. Mighty fine place you got here. Why are we here again?
We're going to go on an adventure.
Garnet goes to the bar. Hey, beautiful. Can you please give me something very strong?
Roll, I guess, persuasion? What are you trying to be?
Yes, I want her to give me the best what she has at the lowest price possible.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Persuasion. I'm being sweet.
Fine. Okay.
With my -1 to charisma.
To be sweet.
Persuade. Let's see, what is this on the die roll? That's for me. I think you were able because I roll a nat 1. So, that's fine. Sure, what can I do you for?
I'm new in town and I wanted to know what are the best drinks here and maybe a little newcomer discount.
And she kind of looks at you and for a few seconds, and then she go back to the counter, like, behind the counter to one of the kegs, I guess the name of those, and she just open one up, put one, put a very, very big glass on under it to just pour in, and just slap it on the table. This is the strongest thing we have here, if you're looking for something like that. And she kind of looks at you. That's first one for free for you.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Well, nat 1. What do you get? What do you guess?
Okay.
Basically, I guess this is what you like to call, I guess the name for this one is going to be, Dragon Breath's Death, basically. It's that strong. So I need you to roll for me, Constitution saving throw, or should I say not Constitution saving throw. To see. That's a nat 20. You chug it like a chump, and you feel nothing.
Nice. Can I have another?
You feel so energized that for the rest of the day, you have a temporary +1 for your dexterity. I don't know if it's changed modifiers, but it's +1 for your dexterity. So if it adds anything for your dexterity, just write it down and just use a +1 if need be, for your mod. Anyway, what the two of you are doing at the time, Mundane and K-Bolt.
Well, He seems to have everything down perfectly fine. He's already socializing.
Well, you look around, there's also other peoples as well that you didn't really introduce yourself to or kind of just got along with.
I mean, do we really need to, though?
If you want to.
But we don't need to.
At least
And
not at the moment.
That's ominous, but I'm going to ignore that.
Maybe one day I will make you interact with people even if you don't want to.
Hmm.
You will never know. As for you, Cable, what are you doing?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Also, quick question: did you left what is his name again, Mendel at the home, or did you took him with you?
We took him. We take Mandel everywhere.
I also want to hear
He's
jacollo
with us.
about that because he's in charge on Mendel. Let's be honest.
I can be in charge of Mandel too, though.
Yes, but he's in
either.
charge of Mendel.
Mandel stays put.
No, he doesn't. I'm rolling persuasion.
It doesn't work this way, but sure. Roll against, I guess. I think he's going to win. And that's not fair because he's a warlock.
So what do I roll?
Your persuasion, I guess, again. Yeah, you're going to... If you don't roll around nat 20, I don't see you win this.
Come on, nat 20.
So yeah, Mendel
Okay.
is with you now.
He's very persuasive, yes.
Mendel is with
Let's
you
go.
now. Anyway, so what are you going to do now, K-Bolt? Because Mendel is with you, you have a lot of people around there to annoy, and one of them is actually looking like, hey, that's not the place for a duck. Like one of the...
Can I roll like animal handling to pet Mendel and see if I pet him in the right spot?
Oh my god. Sure, let's go with that. That's unfortunate because you don't pet him in the right spot and he bites your arm.
Oh no.
As much as he can, because he can't really, because you have a very scaly and strong hand. So it doesn't really bother you that much. You just like look at him as like you pick him up as like he bites your fingers like aww. It's kind of like that's kind of like for you. And like the guy that just told you that just looks at you and looks at your dog is like whatever. I'm not paid to deal with this. Anyway, back to Gorgnak. Gorgnak want another round of this thing, right?
Yep.
This time that will be 2 copper. I think that's fair.
Of course. Here you go.
She pours you another one. So, what are you doing with my deadbeat nephew? And you kind of like look at Eldritch. Especially a kind of dwarf like you, what are you doing in these parts as well?
Helping where we can. Eldritch was very helpful in our encounters in the forest.
So what are you up to? She kind of like look at the Eldritch and is kind of like, oh, you know, nothing, for the most part. Just came here to chat with my favorite aunt. And he kind of rolls his eyes. And they're kind of like entering into a little bit of a bickering between themselves, like, you know, like light roasting as they call it. Very polite roasting. I guess that's the perfect term for that. Anyway, Gorgnak, you're going to drink your other ale, or whatever this is.
Yes, so what, another con save?
Yes. Oh my
I'm dead.
god. I'm going to roll severity. 1d100. That's a good one. So you feel a little bit of dizzy. Not super dizzy, like you're not really falling, but for the next few hours, you're going to have disadvantage for any skill checks because you don't really feel on the right spot. It's like, ugh, that feels nice. So she kind of like look at all the three of you now that also Gordnak is out of it, and she kind of like asking, "What the hell are you all doing here? If you have something to do, probably, because like you don't really come here out of the blue for the end, like in the middle of the day, because this is not really a very well known place." So she kind of like looks at all of you. Mundane, K-Bolt.
Hello, hi, yes.
Every time is a good time for a drink.
No, it's not. Stop.
Shut up, Cable.
Do I have to roll persuasion again?
No, you don't. This doesn't really have to be anything persuasion. She kind of
What?
like looks at you and she just asks you why are you here. Like the dwarf at the counter just asks you why are you here.
Can I get a glass of water and try to, use deception to make jacollo think that it's a beer?
You can try. You have deception with advantage.
Yes. There we go.
Jacollo roll insight with disadvantage. Yeah, no, you think that's beer.
Okay.
Cable, I knew you were a good guy, even if you're sometimes dumb.
So yeah. And it kind of like, Eldritch looks at the both of you and like, kind of like, so yeah, we thought we, well, it's really hard for me to say it. And he kind of writes something on the table and pass it to her, because you guys are not doing anything. And she kind of like looks at him and is like, really? Do you really think I'm going to leave this place? And she kind of like, no, this is, my whole life is here.
Well, your life sucks, so.
Are you
Yeah.
really saying that? Are you really saying
Yeah, let's
that?
go. I'll do it.
Okay, sure. Let's see. What is your armor class again?
15.
Yeah, she missed you, but very little. In the last second, you're able to dodge with your cup.
Let's go. The cup works. The cup is awesome.
So she kind of like, but I want, like, she kind of like explained, like, this is my life here, and it's like, this has been all my life to do something like this, and I'm going to lose all of my savings and everything. So it's just not worth it to me to leave this place. And kind of like Eldritch.
Well, maybe it's worth it.
Roll persuasion.
Just persuasion, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. She just, no, I don't think that's worth it. I don't think there's almost nothing you can say that can persuade me about this.
In that case, I'm gonna roll intimidation.
That doesn't help you, because that's not going to help you at all. She rolled a nat 20.
Okay, well, how about... what if I just do a little dance?
Yeah, keep going down by 1 every single time. Anyway, that doesn't really help you. Eldritch kind of like looks kind of a little bit defeated, I guess, and he just walks out the bar.
Well then.
Are you guys follow him or not?
Gornak
No.
stays. There's booze here. Also, I might be able to roleplay this in a very interesting...
I want you to roll a Constitution save again. You barely able to keep yourself awake.
It must mean a lot to this Eldritch guy.
Well, my nephew is not always the brightest, but I know he's a good kid. I don't know what his 100% intentions and what does he mean by that, but, well, it's not that easy to leave everything that you work for your entire life.
Though I never really had a family, so I cannot relate. And my parents kind of decided to abandon me when I was little, so that's a thing.
Apparently. What are you two guys are doing at the time that they're talking? Mundane and K-Bolt.
Okay, so... Let's see. What Mundane? Mundane.
I've got no clue, honestly. I don't.
What happening around you, or you just don't know what you're going to do?
I honestly just don't know what we're gonna do.
Well then. Me neither.
K-Bolt, you're in charge apparently, and that's kind of weird for you.
Some card games or something?
Sure, why not?
I have a friend named Maximilian who's making a game called Yu-Gi-Oh!
Can
Oh,
you
no.
not? Can you not? Well, as you both essentially drag Jacollo, or should I say Gordnak, out of the bar, and join your friend Eldritch and take everything, everyone back to the house again that you have, and play your little card games until Gorgnak, I don't know why I keep saying Jacollo, Gorgnak will wake up. You basically just play for your fun a little bit for a while. Eldritch looks like to be a little bit distorted, a little bit, like the fact that he just tell you that she was his only family, I guess, that he really, really cared about to take out from the entire thing. And now that you decide not to, he doesn't really care. If you guys want to, maybe you can decide to just fight the demons if you even really, really want to. He will help you, but, like, not 100% sure anymore. He's not against you. He's not going to go against you, but he's, like, not 100% sure. Look, it's like this. Yes, we can take people out. Yes, everything is like that. But it's like, there's really no point for me so much. Like, I don't really lose anything if... Like, we kill the demons before the entire thing tomorrow, and we're able to do that. That's fine. If we're not, then I really don't have any point, and I don't really care, and you guys can just leave this place with no issue. And should have no repercussions to even try to save this place. And he kind of like looks at both of you and like, any of you have anything to respond to him?
I mean, he kind of just said a lot right there, and I kind of agree with.
So, I'm going to
We
say
could
this
just
right
leave.
now. What is our plan to deal with our situation? And some of this, of course, he's saying in quotations to not actually say it. You know why? And you're kind of like, so what is our plan right now? Like, what do we want to do? Like, what is our plan of attack? What do we want to do? What do you guys want to decide to do? It's kind of like up to you right now. What do you guys want to do? So we can decide how we're moving this along, basically.
I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Do you want to go search the demons? Do you want to go, what I like to call, just leave this place? Up to you. Honestly,
Let's leave.
Honestly, like it's, I'm going to give Gorgnak also a voice in this, but what do you guys want to do?
Let's leave.
Wow, you guys just don't like this place that much, and you don't care
I
about
mean-
anything.
No, we want to make it as hard on as we can.
Hard as mud.
If it's really difficult for us to do anything, then that's perfect.
Fair enough. That's kind of the mentality of your group, I guess. What about you, Mundane?
I mean, I'm fine with leaving the place.
Fair enough. Gorgnak.
We can't leave. I can't leave. We promised the wolf guy spirit that will help him.
I mean,
I
the
mean-
wolf spirit said one particular thing, just let me add, is like, he just going to attack the place. If you guys want to do some particular thing, that's fine, just don't get in his way. And if you will help him, he will reward you. That's what he said. He just understand that you guys are just caught in this conflict because of certain things. So it's like, if you guys want to leave, that's up to you. You just want to crush this place. If you want to help him deal with some certain things and maybe even save lives, then that's up to you.
I mean, we could just help him crash.
Sure. Well, I need all of you to roll for me, basically, not really initiative, but kind of initiative just to know something. To one particular thing. 16. 20. And... So, I want to hear every single one of you from the following initiative to just know what you all are doing, particularly at this time, basically. At the moment. Like, are you going out to buy something? What are you doing? We'll start off, actually, with Gorgnax first, which kind of woke up a little bit later. So what are you going to do?
Gorgnax going back to the bar.
Fair enough. K-Bolt.
Could I take Mendel on a walk?
Sure thing. You can go for a little bit of a short walk. As for you, Mundane?
I want Mendel. Yeah, Mendel's where it's at. I'll be going with Mendel.
Fair enough. The three of you essentially see something as you walk along, very, very faintly. It takes a little bit more of a time for Cable to see it, or like he almost doesn't really see anything. As for Mundane, you see what to look to be your kind of a silhouette of your former companion that left you this morning kind of just walking around the corner and disappearing.
Huh. I suppose I should let someone know about this.
Like Cabolt also see this with you, but he doesn't see as better as you do. And essentially, like when you turn around, it looks like it's basically an open market. But it does look like there are some particular places that you can go in if you want to. And that's where we're going to leave this session, because I think this is a good place to stop. We'll see how we'll connect Gorgnak to the group if you guys will just decide to move along with it. And we'll see what you guys want to do for part B, I guess. But that does it for part A. A little bit took time to get back into things, I think, because, it's been a while. But hope you guys still enjoyed. Let's see you all a little bit after the break of part B.